Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. I say it to many of my friends and neighbors.
Welcome back to the Muslim Street. You're listening live from WTAN 1340 in Clearwater, Florida. This is Leila Abdelaziz with my co-host Malik Aziz. We want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and thank you for joining us on the Muslim Street. We have a very interesting kind of wind-down segment ready for you guys right now. But again, I want to thank the musical brilliance of Yassine Bey, commonly known as Maz Def, and Talib Kweli from the Black Star for that music today. Definitely very good stuff. And again, Maz Def is now known as Yassine Bey. He has changed his name to his Islamic name in entertainment as well. Today, as everyone is extremely aware, is Christmas Day. It's the holiday that Christians celebrate the birth of Jesus, and I thought that it would be very interesting, as we are the Muslim Street, to kind of relay the story of Jesus from the Muslim perspective. And I think this is maybe something that some people are not aware of. Some people don't really pick up on it, and don't really pick up on the importance and the significance of Prophet Jesus to Muslims around the world. And this is right before the show, I was doing some web searching and I came up across this. But it's definitely, I want to read an excerpt from the 19th chapter of the Quran. I will be reading it in English, so no translation will be necessary. She was alone, as she was wont to do, worshipping in the eastern section of the temple. Suddenly, she was startled by a strange presence, a man with whom she was not familiar. "I seek refuge from thee with the most gracious," she said. "Approach me not if you are conscious of him." He sought to calm her by saying, "I am but a messenger of your Lord, who says, I shall bestow upon thee the gift of a son endowed with purity." This startled her most of all. She replied, in shock, "How can I have a son when no man has ever touched me? For never have I been an unchaste woman." The presence replied, "Thus it is, but your Lord says, this is easy for me, and thou shalt have a son, so that we might make a symbol unto humanity, an act of grace from us, and it was a being decreed by God." And so she conceived the child, withdrawing to a far-off place. And when the pangs of childbirth overtook her, she was driven to sit under the trunk of palm tree, and she explained in anguish, "Oh, would that I had died before this, and had become a thing forgotten, utterly forgotten." Yet she had the child, and she came back to her people carrying him, who were clearly shocked. They exclaimed, "Thou hast indeed done an amazing thing," they continued. "O sister of Aaron, an honorific title for this heretofore pious woman. Your father was not a wicked man, nor was thy mother an unchaste woman." She pointed to her newborn child, whereupon they said, "How can we talk to you one as yet is a little boy in the cradle?" The child then said, "Behold, I am a servant of God. He has vouchsafed unto me revelation and made me a prophet, and made me blessed wherever I may be, and he has enjoined upon me prayer and charity as long as I live. And he has endowed with me piety towards my mother, and he has not made me haughty or bereft of grace. Hence, peace was upon me on the day when I was born, and will be upon me on the day of my death, and on the day when I shall be raised to life again."
Beautiful.
I think that's a really beautiful story that relays the birth of Prophet Jesus, and that again is from the 19th chapter of the Holy Quran.
Yeah, one of the things, I came out of a Christian family, and my whole entire extended family is Christian. And one of the things they're quite surprised at is the reverence of Jesus in the Quran, the book of the Muslims, and that we make no distinction between not only Jesus, but Abraham and Moses and Noah and Lot and the rest of God's worthy messengers. that we rever their revelations to the human being as well as they do. So this sort of Jesus serves as a bridge and a segue for us, the Muslims, into what the Quran discusses of the Jews and the Christians as the people of the book, those who believe in the oneness of God.
Definitely, and I think it's very important to also note the aspect of the Muslim world is also very commonly interchanged with the Arab world, and in the Arab world, Bethlehem, Jerusalem, that is where Jesus came from. So with that, we really want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. We hope you now understand that Prophet Jesus is a very revered prophet for us in Islam. Thank you for joining us on the Muslim Street with Layla Abdelaziz and my co-host Malik Aziz, and Merry Christmas.
The old and younger generations, Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. I say it to many of my friends and neighbors. I say it to many of my close relations, at the beginning and ends of conversations, to my mother and my father, my brother and my sister, to the travelers and